Hello book nerds, this is Gabby and welcome back to my channel. Okay, so today we're gonna be talking about Bridge of Peace by Daniel Green. I wanted to read this book earlier this month, but my TBR kept growing and growing and growing, so here I am. Daniel Green is a really well-known fantasy YouTuber. I actually knew that booktube existed because of his channel. I love his content. I've been following him for a little more than a year and I really enjoy what he creates. His videos are really fun. I get a lot of good writing advice, a really good recommendations. So I really admire Daniel Green as a creator. So I was really excited to see what he would do as an author. I literally finished this book about an hour ago. So these are my rawest, I don't know if that's the word, my rawest thoughts. So let's get on with it. Bridge of Peace is the first of 3 novellas he's planning to write before going into a larger series, all set in the same world. It has just 140 pages, is super short and really fast-paced. I really enjoyed it. So the plot follows 3 detectives that are investigating a really gruesome crime. An imperial family was butchered by someone to send a sort of message that we don't really know. People think they are rebels of this empire, but we're not really sure. And Claire, our main protagonist, and Sam and Chapman are investigating as well what happened. They are trying to piece everything together. We're set into a really dark world ruled by God himself, and it's really dictatorial because people is not really allowed to talk, to say anything bad about the authorities or about the government because they risk really bad punishment or even murder without any trial. And yes, our main characters are part of this government. So we're kind of following the bad guys. Our characters are really flawed and I enjoy that a lot. I didn't want to add this book so much because I didn't want to be biased when talking about this book by how much I like Daniel's content. But to be honest, I really like this book. I think it's a really solid debut novel, or debut novella actually. It's pretty clear that this book is like a prologue or sort of a teaser to a much larger series because the world presented to us feels bigger, feels that it's more complex, it's more intricate, there's so much more corruption that we actually get here, and I really like that. What I didn't like about the world building was kind of a writing thing because sometimes I felt like there was not so much description about this world, so I had a little bit of trouble picturing the setting. Another thing that I liked was the character work. As I said before, our characters are really flawed, and I always like that in characters. I don't like when they're black or white. And the fact that we're actually sort of following the bad guys is quite interesting. And the fact that they are not really over the top like a lot of fantasy characters that are like super loyal to something and they're about to jump from a building to follow their boss and everything. No, they're just like normal people, but well-developed people, and I really enjoy that. A thing that I didn't like so much was how the magic system was presented to us. I'm not expecting that in 140 pages we get a whole explanation about the magic system, but I would have liked a little more of that. I felt like it was too vague. It might be a preference thing because I enjoy magic systems so much, and I really think that Daniel is gonna explain it or show it to us better in later books, but I kind of missed it. And when it appeared at some point in the book, I felt like, so what is this thing? I like the plot. I thought the mystery was really well handled, and well, I don't read so much mysteries, so I cannot really talk about that. I like that Daniel left us like Easter eggs through the book, leading to what was going to happen in the end. And it felt really satisfying. I felt like the end was a little bit rushed, but I didn't mind it so much because it was so open that I left with the feeling that I really want to read the sequel. I really don't have much else to criticize about Bridge of Peace because I really enjoyed it. I read it in one sitting and I was invested from the beginning. I was invested with the characters, I was invested with the plot, I was invested with the mystery. I wasn't that invested with the world or the magic system because of what I said before. I thought it was a little bit vague, and that's why I didn't rate it 5 stars. I rated it 4 stars in Goodreads. I know there are a lot of mixed opinions about YouTuber books. They are rather overhyped or underhyped, or people are really disappointed because they like the creator so much but they don't like them as an author, and that's fine. I really think we shouldn't mix those things together, and I try to be as unbiased as possible, and I think I nailed it. It's a really fun and quick read, although if you don't really like gore or you have a problem with explicit violence, maybe the beginning is gonna bother you a little bit. But so that was my spoiler-free review for Bridge of Peace by Daniel Green. I would love to keep chatting with you about it in the comments. I hope you liked this video, and if you want to stay tuned, don't forget to give me a thumbs up, ring the bell, and click on the subscribe button. I will be posting on Mondays and Thursdays. Thank you guys and see you soon.